What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome to the trading card game series here on the channel. I'm super excited to be starting this series. Let's go ahead and take a look at the deck that we're going to be running today. We're going to be running this Gardevoir deck. That's actually, hold on. There's a way to. I know what I want to do. I just want to look at the deck. We're going to be running this Gardevoir deck. I think Gardevoir is one of the most broken cards in the entire format. If you don't know what Gardevoir does, pretty much you can accelerate energy once during your turn before you attack. You may attach a fairy energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, and then Infinite Force does 30 attack times the amount of energy. So if you have multiple Gardevoir up, you can put 3 energies from your hand and just attack for massive damage. It's a very stupid card to play against. It's unbelievably broken and unfair. But in Ultra Prism, it's going to be it's going to be insanely nerfed, so I'm pretty excited for that. But we also have Sylveon GX. Search your deck for up to 3 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. This works extremely well with things like Rare Candy, being able to evolve from Ralts directly to Gardevoir, being able to evolve from Ralts directly to Glade. Once during your turn before you attack, you may look at the top 5 cards of your deck and put them back in any order that you like. So you get to literally stack your deck. Or you could even search out the main draw engine, which is Octillery. Once during your turn before you attack, you may draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. So, very good deck. I have taken it to a couple of League Cups and a League Challenge. The previous League Challenge that I took it to, actually, it went 4-1, 3-1, something like that. And I only lost because I prized a Sylveon, or 2 Sylveons, or like something like that, and then 2 Remoraid's, and then I had the other Sylveon in hand, so I was at a massive disadvantage just from the start of the game. I don't have a single basic Pokemon, so I have to mulligan. If you don't know what that is, you pretty much have to take a new hand of 7 cards, and your opponent gets to draw a card as a benefit. So this is kind of a really crappy start, because I don't have a single Ultra Ball to be able to Ultra Ball for a Lele or a Bridget. But I think it can still be worked around. I'm just going to end right away, honestly. There we go. Start out with a Bridget. If you don't know what Bridget does, Bridget lets you search your deck for 1 basic Pokemon EX or 3 basic Pokemon in general, and put them onto your bench. Since I did use N, which is a supporter, you can only use 1 supporter per turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to attach a Choice Band and a Fairy Energy and end for the turn. See what my opponent does. He's running a Murkrow. What does this card do? Your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their benched Pokemon. That kind of sort of sucks. So he's going to Professor Sycamore. Also, shout out to Glitch X City. That's the Pokemon Go title remix in the background. Absolutely love. Let me make sure my audio is all the way down. There we go. So we can evolve. Then we can go ahead and use Bridget. We can get a Remoraid. I wouldn't mind getting all 3 of these out. Because next turn what I can do is I can Professor Sycamore to draw 7 cards, and then I can potentially get another card. Is this weak to Fairy? No. We'll just go for Smack for 20. Get nice and smacked up in here. I think that the hardest part about this matchup are going to be these Tapu Kokos, because it doesn't have a retreat cost, so he doesn't have to get rid of any energy. And he is going to be able to not knock me out, unless he gets another energy put on this thing. Or even then, he has to get another electric type. So this isn't going to be able to knock me out, which is pretty cool. Sweet, I get Gardevoir. I'm just going to Sycamore. That's amazing. So there's a couple of things I can do. So in order to get my Remoraid back on the bench, I'm going to go ahead and use Secret Spring and move it to Remoraid to be able to retreat. don't show me this again. Let's put up Gardevoir. Evolve that Ralts into Curlia. Attach double colorless energy for turn, and then we're going to Infinite Force, and this should knock out. This is why Gardevoir is so good. It's so quick to just be able to get KOs unbelievably quick. And next turn, I could potentially, depending on what I draw, I could get a Octillery, I could get up my Gallade, I could have all of my draw engine, and I could be sitting pretty. So we'll get Gallade up. I'm gonna Ultra Ball. We'll get rid of these two to draw out. Yeah, we'll draw out an Octillery. This Octillery set, I'm going to be really sad whenever it rotates out of standard format just because it's so unbelievably good. Premonition allows you to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and put them in any order that you like. So that's really, really crucial to be able to do things like this. I can stack a Choice Band, which does... Nope, there we go. I can stack a Choice Band, which does 30 more damage to GX and EX Pokemon. And then I can use Octillery's hand to draw, or Octillery's ability, Abyssal Hand, to draw out literally the exact cards that I want. And I'm going to put one onto Eevee to be able to use its ability Energy Evolution to go ahead and evolve it directly into Sylveon. And then we'll Secret Spring to put this energy onto Gardevoir. And we'll go ahead and we'll end. There we go. We got out another Ralts. We haven't seen a single rare candy yet this game, which is a little disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. We can just go ahead and Infinite Force for knockout. And we're already up really early this game to a 6-4 lead. This is looking really nice. This is looking really, really nice. The retreat cost, 2 less. That's pretty cool. I'm fine if he gets rid of literally every single energy that I have on this Pokemon, because the worst thing that he could do is just stay in here, and then I go for my GX attack, which lets me put 10 cards from my discard pile back into my deck. So I could put in both of these, one of these, but I don't really have enough in there to make me do that just yet. I love this. I love this remix. This is probably my favorite remix by Glitch X City. This is a great way to start out the TCG series. These videos are probably going to be a little bit on the longer side, so if you don't know anything about TCG, I would love to have a conversation where we just talk about everything. I'm trying to think. I could just do Secret Spring for this. Attach it to Gardevoir. I can attach for turn. I can Ultra Ball. Get rid of those two. To draw out another Ralts. And then this is where hopefully I'll be able to draw a rare candy and a Gardevoir. There's a rare candy, but no Gardevoir. Wow. I'm just going to attack with Infinite Force and get the knockout. Normally it's a lot harder to get knockouts with this thing because you're facing GX Pokemon that have massive 210 hit points, things of that nature. But this deck is meant to get one-shots pretty easily. Just consistently recycle energies. I love this deck. It's been very, very useful for me every single time I use it. My opponent's going to evolve into another Honchkrow. So he's gonna be able to go for 30 damage onto something, but he's just not getting any energy anywhere. Let me see, Premonition. Man, where are those Gardevoirs? We can do that. We can do that, and that. If I had a Gardevoir in my hand, it would be absolutely amazing. But to do 110, I need one more energy on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Secret Spring to put this energy onto my Gardevoir to guarantee get the knockout on the Honchkrow. I'll put the double colorless energy on these Ralts down here. Then I'll just attack and get the knockout. There's a Gardevoir. This deck is just, it's so unbelievably consistent. It's so good at getting up whatever card you want, getting up whatever energy you want, being able to get up a Gardevoir just so quickly with the likes of Rare Candy, along with having these two. Raven's Claw. Dang! 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Dang! That's fine, though. That is fine. Because what I can do is I can just... I mean, it doesn't really matter. But what I can do is I can just use Rare Candy, get up my Gardevoir, and then I can Secret Spring to there. I can attach energy for turn. I kind of sort of want to end, just so that way I have the potential to be able to get another Gardevoir plus Rare Candy. I did get another energy, which is really cool. So what I can do here is I can Premonition if I have a Gardevoir and Rare Candy in the top of my deck, which I don't. I can do that, plus that. And then I can Abyssal Hand to draw out the Ultra Ball and the Rescue Stretcher. I'm just going to attack and knock it out. But I hope you guys can see, that's doing 180 damage to the Honchkrow. With Choice Band, that's 210. So it knocks out some very big Pokemon like Zoroark GX, Tapu Lele GX, Golisopod GX. It knocks out some very, very, very powerful Pokemon very quickly. It doesn't even matter that he keeps using Crushing Hammer, because no matter what he does, I can just get the energies right back. And next turn, if he doesn't knock me out, I'll be able to just go for Infinite Force and knock him out. I love this remix every single time I play it. It just makes me happier and happier. So he is able to search for a Weavile, which isn't the end of the world, because as you can see, I do have two energies right here, able to... Wow, he did pick up a knockout on my bench. But as I said, does not matter in the slightest. Because what I can do is just get this energy right up, and he just concedes. So that was a very good first game. Gardevoir GX just being unbelievably powerful. As you can see, with this month's reset, I haven't played at all. I've spent so much money trying to get codes to be able to build decks. And I've got some pretty cool decks in mind. So I'm excited to be able to consistently bring... these types of videos for you guys. But I think what I'm going to try to do is I think I'm going to try to get 3 games per episode. That way it's a little bit of a longer upload for you guys. If you don't know TCG, you'll be able to watch and learn a little bit about it. But it looks like we're playing a grass type deck. And I saw the psychic typing and the water typing, so it could potentially be a Octillery deck with Tapu Bulu. This is a very, very crappy start. My opponent didn't have a basic, so I do get to take a mulligan, which is nice. Because if I'm able to draw a rare candy off of my mulligan, then I'll be able to, here's a rare candy. Okay. Let's see how many mulligans I get to draw. Yeah, just one mulligan, which kind of sort of sucks. And I get Octillery. Okay, so it's a Venusaur deck. Venusaur is actually a really cool card from Shining Legends, because what it does is it turns every grass-type energy into 2 energies, and then it can attack for 90 damage, which is pretty cool. But I don't think that it's strong enough to be the main attacker of a deck, personally. I think it's more of a one-and-done type deal. It's more of a support-type Pokemon, in my opinion. Like, it's really, really good with Shining Genesect, because Shining Genesect does 50 damage or 30 damage for every single energy attached to it. And since one energy counts as 2, if you attach one energy, it does an extra 60 damage. It's very, very cool. If he has a rare candy in hand, like, he could use that next turn to be able to get that out. I do not want to Sycamore away these Kirlias, but I can always get my Gardevoirs back up. I can get Octillery back. I need to be able to draw something to have on my bench, because I cannot let him knock me out. This is going to kill me. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like having to discard all of those cards. Oh man, that's a rough start. If I can draw a Gardevoir, if I can draw an Ultra Ball, if I can draw literally anything next turn to allow me to search my deck for a Gardevoir, or a Gardevoir itself. Even a Rescue Stretcher would be pretty nice. But see, that's what I was afraid of, is that right there, and I wouldn't have a way to switch. He discarded a rare candy. That's kind of scary. But if you guys don't know, like, what type of card in TCG is good, typically the mons that have, or the Pokemon that have, like, 1 energy for 30 times, 1 energy for something, or like 2 energies for a good amount. See, he is running the Shining Genesect. That start was pretty rough. If I end up getting a Gardevoir here, what's he going to switch into? Why would he attach a Float Stone? I guess he could be looking for another Venusaur or a rare candy, but there we go. This is what I needed. This is exactly what I needed. Will Guzma up the Octillery, because it does take 2 energies, so he'd have to attach his Grass Energy there for turn. And then we can Magical Ribbon to search our deck for 2 cards. We'll search for that. We'll search for a Gardevoir, and we will search for another rare candy. We search for another rare candy, so that way we can potentially, if we get an Ultra Ball, go for the Gallade. Evo Soda. There's the Venusaur. So now all he has to do is to attach his Grass Energy here, use Energy Reload. So he's going to Guzma up my Ralts, I think, and then go with his Shining Genesect to kill it. Which, honestly, I'm okay with. I'm okay with that because I can still rare candy up this one, put a fairy energy, a double colorless, and I should be able to knock it out. Yeah, you see how strong it gets really quick. We'll attach this for turn. Go for Secret Spring, get that. Attach it to Gardevoir. And then we can just end. Get him down to 5 cards. We get to draw 6. We can, ooh, here we go. This is what we need. This is why I run multi-switch right here. I can rescue Stretcher, put a Pokemon from my discard to my hand. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do Gardevoir? I think I'd rather do Gardevoir because I can Ultra Ball for Octillery next turn. I can go for multi-switch, get that up there. Then we can go for Infinite Force for knockout. There we go, 240 damage. That is what I like to see. Get out of there. Now, his grass energies also counted as 2 energies for each of his as well, just because of Venusaur's ability. So this is really, really cool. So if I draw a rare candy, I have one of them used. I'll be able to Ultra Ball for sure for Octillery to be able to draw some cards. There's only 28 cards in my deck, which isn't too bad, but I would like to be able to get a little bit more out. Heal 30 damage. Wow, that's really cool. Being able to attach pretty much 4 energy. That's dumb. We'll go ahead, we'll do that. We'll still Ultra Ball. Get rid of the 2 Guzmas to get a Curlia. Yeah. Throw this up. And then we'll Abyssal Hand for 4. Sweet, we got a Choice Band. That's awesome. Now, go to Infinite Force for knockout. I'll be able to attach a Choice Band to here next turn, and then I can go ahead and I can Professor Sycamore. And what Professor Sycamore says is discard your hand and draw 7 cards. And that combined with Octillery's Abyssal Hand ability, I should be able to draw out a what's it called? A rare candy. So he's going to try to end. What end lets you do is it lets you shuffle your hand back into your deck and then draw the number of prize cards that you have remaining. So it's really, really good if your opponent has a lot fewer prize cards than you do. However, if your opponent is like killing it and doesn't and hasn't taken a single prize card yet because they're just doing so poorly, then it's possible to get exactly what you need back. He's discarded 2 rare candies. That's rough. Garbodor would destroy this deck. Yep, he's going to end. So I'm going to get 4 cards, draw a 5th. Hopefully I can get the Gardevoir back, or at least get an Ultra Ball. Yeah, there we go. I can Ultra Ball away the card I draw in the Eevee, attach the double colorless energy for turn, and then go for Professor Sycamore to draw 7 cards. And I think that'll be about the time that he's going to forfeit. He's also running really low on his deck. He only has 14 cards remaining. I wouldn't mind drawing a Guzma, because I'd be able to knock this thing out real quick. Okay. Discarding a fairy energy is a little bit less than ideal. However, I'd rather discard a fairy energy than discard a double colorless energy. Because I can always get some of them back. We'll attach for turn. Then we'll go for Professor Sycamore. Nice, we get some fairy energies. We get our rare candy into Gallade. This is what I like to see. Oh yeah. Secret Spring. We'll attach it to the Gardevoir on the bench. Just to get ready to be able to fight that Genesect that's going to try to come up here and do some damage. But yeah, being able to constantly just get energies with this deck is so unbelievably consistent. And then next turn what I can do is, because I have so many, well, I only have 2 fairy energies in the discard pile. And I have 3 here. So I still have 5 fairy energies out of 14 in my deck. This is going to be able to do 120 damage to me. Actually, it's probably going to go for the Chloroscythe GX and knock me out, which isn't the end of the world. It's not the end of the world at all, actually, because I can bring my Gardevoir right back up and knock it out and take 2 prize cards. And then I'll only have 1 left. This remix is so unbelievably good. I just love how chill it is. If you guys have any no copyright sounds or Glitch X City themes that you guys want to hear in some videos, go ahead and leave a comment down below for me of what they are. Also, I do have a Discord server for you guys for my channel, as well as a TCG server. Those links will be down in the description below. You guys can go ahead and hop on over to those if you want to. So he's definitely going to knock me out with his GX attack. But I'll be able to knock him out right back with my own Gardevoir. Especially since I drew this. There we go. And now he has to draw a grass energy to put onto his Genesect. Even then, it won't be able to knock out my Gardevoir. He has to draw a double colorless energy with his Tapu Lele. Even then, I don't think that does it. I think this game is just about wrapped up. I don't think that this deck will be too bad once Octillery gets rotated, because you just slap a Zoroark in instead and then just use the trade ability. But the thing that's going to kill this deck is whenever Ultra Prism comes out with Duskmane Necrozma. That's what's going to kill this deck. Okay, so we did find an energy for that. I don't think it matters though, man. Because if I draw an energy, yeah, like this doesn't win him the game. It does 50 plus 40 more, so it's only going to do 90 damage to me, unless he can somehow get more energies out. Do 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 do. And then I drew the fairy energy right back. That's funny. Yeah. Just to show him that I had it, yeah. Good game, man. Good game. That was a very fun second game. I love facing Shining Genesect. It's one of my personal favorite cards. I think it's a fantastic card. We're working up towards that Shaman EX for expanded format that I know nothing about. But Gardevoir right now is just like one of the best decks in the entire format. I absolutely love this deck. So let's see. I won the coin flip. No. I don't like going first with this deck. I like being able to attack first. I can Ultra Ball for Lele. Nice to see that I get a mulligan card too. I really like those sleeves. Holy crap. Let's see. What all did he have? Ooh, he's running Vikavolt. He's running probably Vikavolt plus Raichu. if I had to guess. Yes. Sweet. Yeah. Put it down. Starting out with Lele sucks. If you don't know, Lele is unbelievably good. Because of its Wonder Tag ability, when you play this card from your hand to your bench, during your turn, you may search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. A lot of times people use it to find Bridget. So we're playing Vikabulu. This is pretty cool. I played this at the... what's it called? The place that I went to. I played it at the League Challenge I went to this past weekend, and it was against this deck that I prized my one Sylveon. I prized both Remoraid's. So, if you want to, after this, I'll go into an in-depth detail about this deck. He got out a pretty good start. So, there's a couple of things that I kind of sort of want to do. So, if he gets a turn 2 Vikavolt with like a rare candy, it would be a little bad. So, I kind of sort of just want to end my turn and hope that he doesn't get the turn 2 Vikavolt to be able to knock out my Ralts. If he does that, that would be pretty bad. Because what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to Ultra Ball for a Gardevoir and then Rare Candy to Gardevoir. Nope, he won't get it. Nice! That makes me happy. He wasted an energy recycler for 2 energy. That's pretty bad. Sweet, this is only going to do 40 damage. And now, let's see. We'll go for Ultra Ball. We'll get rid of these 2 to get a Gardevoir. We're going to Rare Candy to Gardevoir. We're going to attach for turn. We're going to Secret Spring, get that up, attach it to Gardevoir. We're then going to Professor Sycamore to draw 7 cards. Nice. Get the Rare Candy, the Choice Band up. Next turn I can bridge it for everything I want, and I can just go for Infinite Force and knock out. Look at that. That's so beautiful. It went from a Ralts to a Gardevoir knocking out a Lele. I love Gardevoir so unbelievably much. He has to be able to draw a Vikavolt. So he has the Vikavolt. He won't be able to knock me out, though, which is really, really nice. Unless he draws another Rare Candy. That's the only way. He'll be able to do a Horn Attack for 30, but that's it. Unless he draws an energy here. If he drew an energy, he'll be able to knock me out. But he is going to be able to Rare Candy for another Vikavolt, and he is going to get the knockout here. And this is pretty bad. Is there a way that I can come back from this? Yeah. Shut up. I hate when people do that. I absolutely hate when people do that. We can do this. We can do this. We can get a Ralts out. We'll do this. I'm going to Ultra Ball. Get rid of these 2. To get that. I can't evolve the Remoraid on my bench just yet, but what I can do is I can do this, get a Sylveon out, and then I can let him knock me out here. I think what I need to do is I need to make sure that I set up a Gardevoir on the bench. I'll be able to knock out one of his... He won't be able to knock out my Sylveon in one hit because it'll do 190 damage. So what I can do... Okay, I think I see a way that I can get out of this. I think I see a way that I can get out of this, right? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to evolve into this. Attach this for turn. And then Magical Ribbon this turn. I'm going to get a Gardevoir and one rare candy along with a multi-switch. I wanted the multi-switch that way I can have just a card in my deck that or a card in my hand that I do not care about. I can rare candy into Gardevoir. My other rare candy is prized, which kind of sort of sucks. He's gonna Guzma something up. Huh. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 energies. He shouldn't have much more than that. He can go for Nature's Judgment and Knockout. Oh yeah, he definitely can. Because watch this. Rare Candy to Gardevoir. Attach for turn. Multi-switch. Double colorless over there. Abyssal Hand. If we draw a Fairy Energy here, we're set. Attach the Choice Band. Professor Sycamore. All we need is a Fairy Energy. That's all we need. We get it. Nice! Secret Spring. Attach it to this Gardevoir. Let me hit him back with the same thing he did to me. There we go. He has nothing. He cannot kill this in one shot. He can't do it. He has to go into this thing to try to stop me for a little bit. So, is there a way that I'm going to be able to get a Guzma? So Super Rod. If I can get a Guzma. Ooh. So what I can do is I can retreat. I can play down Ralts and Eevee, that's for sure. Instruct is going to try to draw another card. I'm going to do 20 more times the amount of energy attached. 20. It's 40. 80. Yeah. Okay, so I need to somehow get a Guzma. I think I'm okay with doing this, though. Because what I can do is I can Secret Spring that, attach it here. Attach energy for turn. Go for Magical Ribbon. Oh, all my Guzmas are gone. Oh. Oh, no. I didn't count my Guzmas. That sucks. Guzma lets you switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with one of their active Pokemon, and then you switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. So essentially what it would have allowed me to do is... dang it! It would have allowed me to pull up his Bulu, put my Gardevoir back in the active, and then I could have knocked out his Bulu. Oh, that sucks. And I don't have a way of getting it back out. Yep, and there he goes. He got the Guzma. That was a good game, though. Ah. I was searching. I wish I had that Guzma, man. I wish I didn't Ultra Ball 2 of them away. It sounds like this that I wish I did have 4 Guzmas in this deck, but it's not that bad. Losing 1 out of 3 isn't too bad, but that was still a really fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed this this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below for me. Go join my Discord. It's in the description. It will also be the first comment of this video. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about TCG, let me know. I will try to help you out as much as I can. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.